And so the sell-off continues as Bitcoin continues to dump. The question now becomes, have we reached the stage in the market cycle where the capitulation has only just begun? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the action we're seeing inside the chart right now. We've failed to maintain any sort of local support here over the past 24 hours, and right now the sell pressure is looking immense and intense. So ladies and gentlemen, as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice, this is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the 4-hour time frame. Clearly, ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, Bitcoin has found its local swing high. For us here, what this means is we've now had a series of lower highs for our entire swings, right? Our last two swings, one there and one here, have now failed to produce a higher high. And that higher high would be eclipsing our old macro high there at the top of our run near 14,000. Let's get this crypto. Why this is significant is because when you fail to produce a new higher high, it's indicative that the trend right now is still remaining inside a bearish structure. Lower highs is not textbook bullish, neither is the lower low trajectory that we've been on. Most recently, we actually put in a double bottom, which was neutral, but up to this point, we have not had a bullish low stuck in. It's actually just been bearish low, bearish low, bearish low, neutral low, and now we've yet to see where this low is actually going to come in. It could be where it is now, or it could not be. We could look to make another neutral low here. We could look to make a lower low, or we could look to hold where we are at now and make a higher low, which from a bullish perspective is what Don Carbonaccio would love to see. Because if right now this trend were to convert from 3 lower lows to a neutral low to a higher low, I believe it's pretty clear cut to see here that this would be making a rounding bottom trajectory. And rounding bottoms are what you want to see in terms of trend reversals. Now, the degenerates may not understand this, right? Oh, Kirby, what do you mean trend reversal? But we've been parabolic for so long, Kirby, parabolic for so long. James, keep on sipping that cone-shaped cup full of H2O, my dear friend. But right now, ever since we peaked at 14,000, we've certainly been, in my opinion, what is a bearish structure. And we could still right now be building an even more bearish structure within itself. Let me explain. So this green box here, ladies and gentlemen, right, between roughly 9,500 and 9,000 flat, right? We've seen that this has acted as resistance historically, support historically, and now actually in our most recent trend, it's acted as support twice, and you could even ballpark and say 3 times with a relative wick down there. So this to me is a flat line of support along the bottom here, right? And if we do happen to go down and test this, this would be 3 times in a very recent past price action that we've tested this. And what I would not like about this is that, in my opinion, it looks like a classic descending triangle pattern formation, which we all should know by now, especially if you are subscribed here, that that is a bearish pattern per classical technical analysis theory. And the most infamous one that I like to highlight here is back in 2018, we had a descending triangle before Bitcoin's absolute capitulation deep down into the crypto abyss. So if that is going to look, or if rather this is going to look anything similar to that, what we would be expecting here is that this could test back down to this green box of tentative support between 9,500 and 9,000 flat, and we would then be looking for a tentative breakdown through this region for a complete market cycle reset. And what we would hope for from a long-term perspective for the bulls is that this reset would hold support back at this $6,000 region, this whole green box here, as this was the old support before we had our initial capitulation. So if that now in turn got retested, right, and acted as support yet again, we would now be looking for that to become the base of support and the tentative launching pad for the next multi-year bull market, in my opinion. Let's get this crypto. So let's dive in now. I hope I've set the stage here, the picture for what we're looking at in terms of the macro trend. And now let's dive into the micro here. As you all know, Don Carbonaccio is looking to crush these swings like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. Right now, we've purged through the area that looked to me like it could have some support. And that is why these technical analysis supports are tentative, right, ladies and gentlemen? That tentative essentially means until proven otherwise, right? It needs to show that it's going to have that supportive quality to it, because it may not, right? Past performance is not indicative of future results. And this green box for me had a ton of historic price action confluence here, support and resistance flips, Fibonacci retracement confluence here as well. And ladies and gentlemen, it just cut through it like a hot knife through butter, deep down through it. And now we're actually into a new zone here. So this range did not act as support at all. And in fact, I saw a ton of long liquidations happen inside this range, because soon as we lost that, quote unquote, tentative support there, this was the area that really many traders had set their stop loss and liquidation points underneath this zone, as this was a confirmation that the bears were in full control, right? So now we find ourselves in my next zone here, right? And I had this in blue here, as this was a target zone for me, right? Now, this is a very interesting predicament that we find ourselves in here. This last night, if you are subscribed, you would know I labeled this zone here with the confluence of the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement and some historic price action here, that this for me would be the last hope area for the bulls. And why is this? Well, as I just showed you earlier in the stream, I'd really love to see a tentative rounding bottom form here, right? To have any type of hope to get back up on a bullish trajectory. And what I also pointed out last night was that I've noticed that there's been this pattern here forming where these prior swings up have all gone to the Fibonacci extension targets. The first one there being the 0.786. The second one here being at the 0.618. And now, since we've crashed deep down here, I would be hoping that we could find, and by we I mean the bulls, find a support somewhere within this region, and then look to test up to the 0.5 Fibonacci, which would keep this entire cyclical pattern intact. Let's get this crypto. And that 0.5 Fibonacci extension is roughly around the $11,500 region. Does this have to happen? Absolutely not. But this has happened the last 2 times that we've had a swing low to a swing high. So for me right now, I would love to see a swing low come in here, which we are on the which we are creating right now. It's just, where is the low for the swing low going to come in? And the reason that I'm stating I would love to see it happen up here, right? Roughly at where we are at right now, around this blue box here, somewhere around 10,200, or to the absolute, ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying the absolute down here at around 98.50, is because if we go all the way back down to this green box, this is going to look much more like the descending triangle that I was just showing you is a bearish pattern, right, that generally loves to break down, as it's been proven time and time again that the bulls do not have enough pressure and momentum to the upside to eclipse the prior highs, right? And we've already seen this now twice. So the bulls have gotten a lot of information here, right? We've seen twice now over the span of 2 months, that the buy pressure has not been enough to eclipse the prior highs. That is a lot of bearish sentiment there. So for me, if the bulls are going to have a real chance here, before, things could get very, very ugly in terms of sell pressure and bearish action in this market, leading to a tentative capitulation, I would love to see that somewhere here between the 0.618 and the 0.76 acts as a support. So really for me, anywhere between 9,800 and 10,200 acts as a true support, because it would then still be on a rounding bottom trajectory, and for the first time in this trend, we would actually have a higher low stuck in, right? It's only been lower lows this entire time. Then we had our first neutral double bottom here, and now this would be our first higher low, which then could lead to a potential cyclical pattern target. Like I've just shown you, the last two swing highs hit our Fibonacci extensions respectively, and if this were to follow that trajectory, we would be looking at a target at roughly the 0.5, which is up here around the $11,500 region. And what do you know, ladies and gentlemen? Ding, ding, ding. Chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan. It lines up perfectly with another lower high, so the trend could still be bearish at that point, right? I'm not saying that this for me looks like any kind of long-term, I gotta go in and I gotta hodl till 10 million a coin, Kirby, oh! This is not anything like that, James, okay? This for me is purely a swing. I'm speculating right now that there could be another swing here to the upside to stick in another lower high, which is still bearish. But what you must understand, James, is that if we were to bounce, say from the region we're at now up to this region, it would be, roughly around a 14% move to the upside, which is a movement that Don Carbonaccio is looking to strike upon like a cobra out of the grass, if in fact it does arise. Right now, I am personally speculating with a small, tight stop loss, long position from this region. If the trend moves to the downside again, I'm getting out of my position. I'm risking very little for a lot here. Right now, my strategies are changing on the fly. You guys know, if you are in my VIP, shout out to my VIPs. I had a whole strategy set up for this range here if we were to find support in here, right? That never came to fruition. So I already had strategies set up for this, and we purged right through. Boom, strategy is gone out the window. On to the next. Don Carbonaccio cooking up plays like there's 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter of the championship game. And right now, we've purged through. We are in our new range, which requires new strategies, new targets, new entries, new exits. And right now, if the bulls are to take a stand in here, I'm looking for targets upwards. Of course, we could stall out and fail at any region here, ladies and gentlemen, any of them. I'm just stating that one hypothesis and one theory that I have here is that the past 2 times that we've seen our swing low to our swing high, we have hit those Fibonacci extension targets to a T. So if that were to continue along that pattern, the 0.5 Fibonacci is my next target there, and that is roughly around 11,500. Let's get this crypto. So ladies and gentlemen, right now, I've just discussed a little bit of the bullish side there, a little bit of my strategy, a little look into the mind of Don Carbonaccio. And that's just a small taste, ladies and gentlemen, because in VIP, I keep you alerted around the clock, 24/7, 365. As long as I'm making trades, plotting strategies, formulating my next move, I post it for you in VIP in real time. I can only do these streams here on YouTube once per day. And I do as much as I can. I give you as much information here in the real time that I'm recording as I possibly can. But you all know that this market is incredibly volatile. And if these moves, like what we've been seeing overnight here, right, over the past 24 hours is happening when I'm not on stream, only my VIPs get access to my information in real time. So shout out to my VIPs and shout out to all of my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. I'd love to have you, and I hope you're ready to crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can, because I know I am, and I'm ready to get this crypto. Now, I'd like to discuss the capitulation side of this, right? I just gave the peaches and cream for the moon boys, right? Those with the lunar mind syndrome, where they look at these charts and their brain has actually converted into matter of the moon, right? You take a little sample of their brain matter, ladies and gentlemen, and it is identical to that of fragments of the moon. So now for these Moon Boy Montgomerys, these Poop Coin Patricks, they all got their taste here of the peaches and cream. But what happens, ladies and gentlemen, if we purge below this green box, right? What if the bulls cannot hold here? What if the buy support is not there and the sell pressure takes us down below my green box? Well, my friends, let's dive in and discuss right now. But if you are just tuning in now, don't forget to moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell. Let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Sheesh. So, say that we continue to sell off here. Of course, right now, to further my little bit of bullish sentiment there, the RSI completely overextended on the 4-hour. Ladies and gentlemen, this is disgusting. We are at a 17. It is comical. Per classical technical analysis theory, this is extremely overextended. You would expect a positive bounce to the upside at some point in time. When does that have to occur? Absolutely not. But you know what I'm saying. The 1 hour there, absolutely completely overextended as well. A heinous debacle in and of its own self there. And our daily right now is about to potentially eclipse to new lower lows if we get any more sell pressure, right? But right now, let's look at this from a bullish perspective. Sure, we do have some tentative support here as well, right? So for right now, I wouldn't say all hope is lost for the bulls. We have our 4-hour is completely overextended, potentially looking for a bounce to the upside. Our 1 hour completely overextended, potentially looking for a bounce to the upside. And our daily here is potentially looking to hold support for a potential bounce to the upside as well. Let's get this crypto. But if this does fail, right, and say that our daily, the selling comes in, our daily goes below here, right, we could be looking for something more like this, ladies and gentlemen, into a completely oversold territory. I'm monitoring the daily RSI like a hawk right now, as if we do wind up dropping below this level, that in conjunction here, rather in confluence with the purging of this tentative support, which did not hold, then this tentative support, which we need to see if it's going to hold or not. At the time being, it is. We are currently trading within this range at this time, though it's very thin right now. It could break at any moment. We need to see if this happens here. Obviously, my next logical target is the 0.786 retracement, which is around 9,800, but I've already stated that. And then, of course, anywhere in this green box here from 9,400 or 9,500 down to 9,000 flat. And we're going to need to take this day by day here, because this is the zone, ladies and gentlemen. Like I stated earlier, the bulls have already proven that they don't have enough pressure to move upwards, at least on those two swings from the previous support of 9,000 to 9,500, which when you get this many touch points along the bottom here of a tentative bearish pattern, being the tentative bearish descending triangle pattern formation, this is when you start to become fair game for a serious break to the downside. And as I stated earlier, for me, generally, if this was a market cycle, right, where you have a complete parabolic move, a blow off top, right? A quick return to the norm, right? Everybody gets bull trapped here. Everybody gets bull trapped here, which, by the way, shout out to everybody subscribed on this channel. You should know about the last 10 videos in a row that I did. Don Carbonaccio told you, ladies and gentlemen, the writing is on the wall that this is again looking to be another heinous bull trap. Okay, all these moon boys, James at the water coolers, badgering me, berating me, trolling me all week. Oh, Kirby, yeah, what bull trap, Kirby? What bull trap? I bought my first $25 worth of Bitcoins, Kirby, and I'm going to the moon. Yeah, you can go to the moon with your Bitcoins, Jaime, okay? Because listen to me, my friend. Don Carbonaccio looks at this market like a realist, and I've been pointing it out time and time and time again. for all of you here on this stream that this looked like an unsustainable rally to the upside, coming off of a parabolic move to the upside, blow off top, failed reaction rally, and again looking for another failed reaction rally. If you cannot swallow that pill because it's too realistic for you, James, then listen up. This stream right here is really for the realists only. I used a lot of reallys in that sentence, but this is a stream for realists only. The Moon Boys, they have two choices, ladies and gentlemen. One, they can like it, or two, they don't like it. But either way, they better learn to love it, because this stream right here is the best thing going inside the cryptocurrency space today. Let's get this crypto. Diamonds are forever, and so is Don Carbonaccio. Sheesh! Fired up, because when the Don sees it, and these Moon Boys, who have no idea what they're looking at, couldn't tell a chart from a piece of pumpkin pie. And they don't understand that when the Don sees what's going on, they want to badger. Oh, Kirby, I'll just call the psychic hotline, rub my crystal ball, Kirby, and see it go to the moon. Get out of here, James. Get out of the house that Don Carbonaccio built. You're not welcome here, my friend. Sheesh. Now, back to the market cycle. Went on a tangent. Now, if this does in fact become a blow off top after a parabolic rise, a failed reaction rally, and again another failed reaction rally, my friends, sure, the bulls could come back. They could, right? Anything is possible. But we've been confirmed now that the buy pressure has been giving way here the past several times. Maybe we get one more bounce here, and if we fail again, I can't see how this holds any longer. I can't see it. But it's possible we fail on this time, right? We don't have to try up again, right? That's what I'm saying here. We could test up again, but we don't have to. The indicators right now suggest maybe there is a probable bullish bounce coming here in the near future. But if there is not, ladies and gentlemen, we may be in for a deep dive into the crypto abyss. And the area of confluence for me here, this would be my first target range, right? And I want to show you here, right? This is all around the $8,500 region. If you are subscribed here, you would know that is also coinciding with a gap on the CME futures chart anywhere from roughly 89.64 to 8,500. The gaps do not need to fill, but they love to fill, right? That is just, it's filled many times in the past on this chart in particular. So if this were to fill here, it would not surprise me at all. So my first target area is if we do break down below that line, ladies and gentlemen, you know, somewhere in this vicinity here. And it would not be out of the ordinary for a market cycle to go all the way back down to the $6,000 region, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying it how it is. I don't know how else to say this to you. I don't want to sugarcoat it. This isn't a stream for sugarcoating. If you need sugarcoating, you shouldn't be trading or investing. What's wrong with you, right? That's not... If you're trading and you're looking for an echo chamber of somebody to tell you, it's okay, James, you can cry on my shoulder. We'll just hodl together, cross our fingers and hope for the moon, buddy. It's okay, it's okay. What are you, a clown, James, with a nose so big you could squeeze it, it'll honk and you hear it 3 towns away? These clowns, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the house that Don Carbonaccio built, where you get it, ladies and gentlemen, the cold, unfiltered truth and realistic analysis here each and every day on a daily basis. Let's get this crypto. Now, this stream is running a little bit long, but I just briefly also want to cover the altcoin market very quickly and the crypto fear and greed index here very quickly. So let's do that right now. But if you are just tuning in now, don't forget to moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell. Let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Sheesh, sheesh, sheesh. Whew. Lighting a fire up under the dawn today, ladies and gentlemen. Sheesh. Now, we'll begin here with the fear and greed index. Of course, this changes very rapidly, but right now we are at yearly lows, I believe. Yes, very close to yearly lows. The last time, well, for 2019, put it that way, 2019, we are at a new low. But in the previous year, we've been around this level only one other time, and that was back in 2018. So right now, we are at extremely fearful levels, which I do also like now. I like it as a contrarian, that maybe this could get us some a contrarian bounce here as well with all of the other factors, or it continues to be a pure indicator as it has over this entire parabolic run, where if the fear is there, if there is no greed, then where is the parabola? I see both sides of the equation there. I'm not really giving too much merit to this indicator right here, right now. It's a little bit irrelevant to me at this specific point in time, although I do like it. I just wanted to point out here that amidst all of the other happenings that I've shown you here, that we are currently at a yearly low. Let's get this crypto. Now, I want to just briefly look at the altcoin market here. It has been absolutely decimated, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely decimated. Bitcoin dominance rising again. Altcoins getting wrecked again. And now I want to look at the total crypto market cap here, excluding Bitcoin, altcoins only. I've been showing you, ladies and gentlemen, that this box here, this red box, is the last hope, in my opinion, for the altcoins. And today, just today, we've tested this 0.618 Fibonacci retracement again and are finding a bounce. Ladies and gentlemen, this is clinging on by a thread here. Look at it, just barely clinging on, because if this level is purged, the golden Fibonacci is taken out. The support level here of prior action is just taken out, right? This was our old resistance to break through that bear market structure. We broke it, mooned, came back testing. If this holds, it can be very bullish, right? It can be very bullish. But if it fails, ladies and gentlemen, this may be just the most bearish thing I've seen for altcoins in quite some time. So keep an eagle eye here on these altcoins, ladies and gentlemen. I know I am. Right now, my focus is remaining on Bitcoin. Like I've stated, there's a lot of potentially crazy action ready to occur here in this market, ladies and gentlemen. I know I'm preparing for all scenarios, to the upside, to the downside. Whatever happens, Don Carbonaccio is planning to get this crypto. And I do keep you all updated in VIP. You know this if you are in my VIP. I post whenever I make a trade, whenever I formulate a strategy, etc. I post it for you in VIP. So if you're not in VIP right now, I do not know what you're doing. It's time to get this crypto, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to become a VIP. Shout out to my VIPs and shout out to all my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I will see you in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. So guys, it's been my absolute pleasure here. If you could one last time, moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. I'm going to be trading this aggressively here, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to see a potential bullish reaction rally up? Are we going to potentially see this green box get purged and enter us into a capitulation phase? Right now, I'm prepared to trade this either way it breaks. As I've stated, I'm speculating a little bit to the long side right now, just a little bit. And if we drop down, Don Carbonaccio is getting ready to change my strategy on the fly, adjust with every market movement that I see here, and strategize to crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. You have two choices in this market, ladies and gentlemen. One, you either get caught like a deer in the headlights and take that trip to Wreck City with Average Joe and James at the water cooler, or you decide that today is the day and you're going to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe and get this crypto. The choice is yours, ladies and gentlemen. That being said, I will see you all in VIP right now. Shout out to my VIPs and shout out to all of my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I will see you in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be healthy, be happy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.